birthday!
Well, you might have recognized that line. That is, of course, Frosty the Snowman, coming from the classic animated telling of Frosty the Snowman from 1969. And that was a Rankin and Bass production. Rankin and Bass did all of the great Christmas classics that you probably grew up with. You might remember from your youth. I certainly did. I grew up loving Santa Claus is Coming to Town, Year Without a Santa Claus, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, of course, Frosty the Snowman. They did more, too. They did Little Drummer Boy. They had a bunch of them. But that was the classic Frosty the Snowman. Well, they are now, of course, because no good classic cannot be made into a live-action remade version of it. So, in keeping with this trend, they're doing a Frosty the Snowman live action, and who better to voice Frosty? The first person that comes to your mind, Aquaman. Yeah, Jason Momoa is being cast as the voice of Frosty the Snowman in the live action telling of Frosty the Snowman. So this is coming from movieweb.com, and before I get into it, I will just say, guys, if you have not subscribed, hit that little subscribe button and help me grow this channel. I'm coming close to 500, which is, about halfway to 1,000, which would be amazing to be able to hit that. So, but I can't do it without your help, without the viewers out there to help me grow. So hit that subscribe button and give the video a like, a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and share it on Twitter and, YouTube and all that good stuff. All right, now to the video. So this is coming from Movie Web here, and there it is. Jason Momoa is Frosty the Snowman in the new live-action Christmas movie. Aquaman and Game of Thrones star Jason Momoa will play his most wholesome character yet. Quite a stretch from his character in Game of Thrones in the upcoming Frosty the Snowman movie. I mean, if you had one choice of Frosty, it would, does anything say a warm cup of Christmas than that picture right there? Yeah, you wouldn't think so at first, but he's a good actor, so I do like Jason Momoa. So I think he's gonna pull it off, and I think he's gonna do fine. Okay, Jason Momoa has just accepted his most unusual role yet, as the Aquaman star will star in a live-action remake of the holiday classic Frosty the Snowman. Deadline reports that Momoa will voice the CGI Frosty living in a live-action world for the upcoming project. And though it's a bizarre casting choice, fans of the actor are already on board. From his role as a fearsome count in The Land of Ice and Fire to the oceanic success we all had with Aquaman, it felt only right to realize Jason this time out of the snow. We know Jason is a true human being filled with love, compassion, and a deep connection to Ohana. Ohana, if you don't know, is a word that means family in Hawaiian culture, all of which is the living spirit of Christmas and Frosty. Elf writer David Birnbaum has also signed on to write the screenplay. I hope he doesn't make it too... I hope it sticks with the, the telling of the movie, though. I hope it's not, because I like Elf a lot, but... Frosty the Snowman's not exactly Elf. It shouldn't be like a spoofy comedy. That's the only thing. Because Elf was kind of like a play. It was kind of like a play on all the Rankin Bass Christmas stories. Almost like a parody of them. And I hope that they don't go that route with Frosty. So there's a little concern there with him. But he is a good writer. I mean, Elf is great. So I'm sure he'll do it right. Chances are the most popular children's song will also be included. Yeah, I can't imagine the song not being in the movie. The most famous adaptation of Frosty is the 1969 television special that was directed by Rankin Bass. That's the one I was talking about, Rankin Bass, and it was featuring Jimmy Durante as the narrator. That's something to wonder. Who would do the narrator? Who would narrate? It would have to be someone who can sing and act. Boy. It's, I wouldn't be surprised if they go for do something along the lines of like Jimmy Durante, like Michael Bublé or something like that, a singer that has kind of that old classic sound. I wouldn't be surprised if they go for like a Michael Bublé type. Be an interesting choice. We know the story here. It just tells about the story of Frosty, what the movie was about, which is literally the lyrics of the song. So if you want to know how how it ends, well, spoiler alert, it's in the song lyrics. This also adds something else for fans of Jason Momoa to be excited about heading into the future. As most of us know, Aquaman 2 is currently in the works, following the original movie scoring over $1 billion in box office profits. Additionally, it has been announced that Momoa will be joining his Game of Thrones co-star Peter Dinklage for a new movie that will feature Momoa as a vampire and Dinklage as Van Helsing. Wow. Okay. I'm definitely on board for that. I'll be making a video about that once I find out more about it. That's pretty interesting. Momoa is a vampire and Peter Dinklage is Van Helsing. That's interesting. Oh, all right. Okay, so there aren't any other details right now about the Frosty the Snowman movie, but word has only just been made public about this particular project. So, breaking news. As of now, there's no word about potential release dates or who else might be starring alongside Momoa, so no directors or anything else. So that's basically it there. So interesting choice here for a kids movie to have an action star. Not the first time, right? As I was seeing this headline, I thought, well, this is something they've done before. So I thought I'd take a look back at some of the classic action heroes that have also starred in family-friendly comedies. And there's been quite a few of them over the years. And here is just a little bit of a list of some of the top favorites. So we have number one here, Vin Diesel, starring in a movie called The Pacifier. He starred in The Pacifier. So he shocked fans 15 years ago after he had starred in movies like Pitch Black, Fast and Furious, Triple X, The Chronicles of Riddick. And then he went to headline 2005's The Pacifier, where he plays a Navy SEAL tasked with essentially babysitting 5 children ranging from the ages of 7 months to 16 years. So there you go, Vin Diesel, The Pacifier, trading his Mustang, it was a Charger, in for a diaper. And then we had Dwayne Johnson, made his acting debut in 2001's The Mummy Returns, and then headlined the action flicks The Scorpion, Walking Tall, Doom, and my goodness, a slew of others. I mean, he's in the Fast and Furious franchise as well. And here we see him in 2010. He plays the Tooth Fairy. he plays a minor league hockey player who's transformed into the Tooth Fairy. So, that shocked fans. But, he's gone on to also voice, like Jason Momoa, voice an animated movie where he plays Maui in Moana. And he sings and, everything. So definitely the Rock, Dwayne Johnson definitely shows his versatility when he can. And he's done it a couple times now in the form of family-friendly comedy. Of course, we have one of the most popular, one of my favorites, Arnold Schwarzenegger in Kindergarten Cop. So we've had Conan the Barbarian, Conan the Destroyer, the Terminator, the Predator, Total Recall, and then Kindergarten Cop. He headlined the 1990 family crime comedy Kindergarten Cop as a hardened police officer working undercover at an elementary school. And it's one of those feel-good movies that, you don't really get too often these days, except for Frosty the Snowman and movies like that. But, Kindergarten Cop. And if that wasn't enough, they went on to do Kindergarten Cop 2. They made a sequel with Dolph. Dolph Lundgren was in Kindergarten Cop 2. So, of course, Dolph Lundgren was He-Man, Masters of the Universe. He was Ivan Drago in the Rocky franchise. He played Frank Castle in The Punisher. He was in The Expendables. I think he might have even done a Universal Soldier movie. I'm not quite sure. He did one of those types of movies. But, all action movies. And here he does the sequel to Kindergarten Cop, which, went straight to DVD, so didn't do too well. But, nevertheless, it is another one in the list of action heroes who have gone the way of the family-friendly movie, and never to be outdone in their lifelong competition with each other. Sylvester Stallone, he's done Rocky, he's done Rambo, he's done The Expendables, he's done Tango and Cash, he's done Throw Mama from the Train, but he's also done 2003's action family comedy Spy Kids 3D. Game over. Well, thankfully, it wasn't game over for his career, because he's gone on to give us some great Creed movies and another Rambo movie. So yeah, I'm glad that wasn't a game over on his career. But Stallone did one as well. And what do we have here? John Cena, big time wrestler, also another wrestler. A lot of them that go from wrestling into the movies now, and John Cena's no exception. He's done The Marine, 12 Rounds. He was in the Bumblebee movie, Transformers movie, and a load of other rated R movies. And here he's done a 2019. He did a family comedy called Playing with Fire, where he plays a firefighter. John Leguizamo's there, and it's they're kind of, again, babysitting kids. It's a trend of these action heroes who get stuck babysitting kids. Frosty the Snowman, sorta, it's almost like the kids are babysitting him from melting, though. It's a little different, but I think John Cena also did a voice in 2017's Ferdinand. I think he did the voice of the bull in that, too. So he's also done some voiceover work. And we have David Bautista. You know him from the movie Riddick, Man with the Iron Fist, Guardians of the Galaxy, of course, Blade Runner 2049, and James Bond Spectre. But you'll soon see him in My Spy, the upcoming family action comedy, where he'll star as a CIA operative who's regulated to babysitting a precious 9-year-old while protecting her family. What a shock! But I'm gonna list my final one here, and it's the Hulkster. Hulkamania was never so shocked as when Hulk Hogan put on a tutu and a ballet dress, put the tights on, pink tights, pink tutu, and danced around while his 1993 family action comedy Mr. Nanny was in theaters worldwide. Yeah, so, you had him in, of course, WWF wrestling, and he was in Rocky 3 and the No Holds Barred movie, which was a fun movie back in the late 80s. And here he stars as a, you guessed it, bodyguard / nanny. I think today the proper term is a manny. You change that letter there to a manny. But he's bodyguarding a pair of spoiled kiddos. So there we go. That is a list of some of the action stars from the past who have also gone the route of the family-friendly comedy. So let me know if there's one I missed that you liked growing up. Put it down in the comment section below. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And until next time, lock the doors and hope they don't blast you.